Hey, what's up guys? It is Diplex here again, and today we're taking a look at Arma Magna, one of the upcoming mods for Men of War Soul Squad. This mod takes place in sort of a semi-realistic present-day scenario where Russia fights against whatever Russia fights against, really. Currently, there are only really infantry available. They haven't added any other major or significant military assets when it comes to vehicles, but they have a lot of really good-looking skins and sounds. And something that you'll notice later on as we try them out is something that I tried myself a couple of months ago. We'll get to that point later. But here we are in a map, or on a map, should I say, that's been modified to sort of meet modern day standards. This could be somewhere in Russia where the Russians are fighting Islamist extremists. So you could say that this is in near Chechnya, right? What's that city called that is constantly being shot up into ruins because of the uprising and sort of general Islamist unrest. Oh man, I should know this. I'm going to go ahead and quickly Google that just so I know what I'm talking about here. I am, of course, talking about the city of Grozny. Grozny, I believe that's the city itself. The city was just recently involved in some heavy fighting, and there's lots of content on YouTube and other media sites that show usage of BTRs, BMPs, and all kinds of those vehicles trying to fight these fairly heavily armed, but somewhat untrained terrorists. You could obviously argue whatever you want. Everything is obviously seen from the state point of view. Some would like to call these freedom fighters, some would like to call them just rebels, and some would like to call them pure terrorists. I'm not going to go into depth with whatever you'd like to call them. We're here to have ourselves a bloody sweet firefight in what I believe is and could be Grozny. Perhaps a little more torn down than it actually is, but it's, as I said, based off a World War II map that has been modified. So now that I've cleared that out, let's get further into the map here and start spawning a let's call it a Russian checkpoint. We have here currently Ural Islamists and Russian Federation. ZVO MSV, I believe that's the type. MSV is I've recognized it, but I can't make a statement on what it is exactly. But we have a bunch of different troops here, non-combat and recon. We'll go ahead and spawn some recon soldiers just for you guys' pleasure here. You can check out all the infantry. These guys over here remind me of some fairly spec-upped troopers. This guy here looks like he's got the most modern addition to the Russian camouflage. I think this one's present in BF3 and Battlefield 4. I believe a lot of the Spetsnaz operators use it. Over here we got a guy that looks like an operator. He's got himself a cap and a headset there. So these are some pretty highly trained Russian troopers. I believe they come from a various amounts of or various units, should I say. Really interesting. This guy's got a shoulder patch here that I think we can take a closer look at. That could be, I don't know, recon paratrooper, Spetsnaz. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not an expert on Russian uniforms, but that was the Special Forces section, I believe. We've got some non-combat troops here as well, and although they have guns, they're not meant to be, I believe they're not meant to be seen as fully geared up troopers. They seem like they're staff. They've got a lot of caps, no heavy armor, not a lot of combat gear, but they do have weaponry, which is nice. And we also have the, of course, combatants up here. We've got an adjutant looking really good. We've got crew down below here in various uniforms, depending on what you want to use them for. We've got grenadiers, different types. One's got an RPG and the other man's got the rockets. He's got the whole rocket in his bag. I don't know why I said that, but anyway, I watched Con Air like yesterday, just a classic. A lot of fun actors. HMG gunner, LM gunner, so heavy machine gunner and light machine gunner. This guy's got a Peshmerga, I believe, a modern Peshmerga, and the other guy there seems to have an RPK 74, or just an RPK. Really cool stuff. We've got medic and observers. We've got regular riflemen with the AK, what I believe is the AK-107 or the AK-74. I'm not entirely sure. We'll take a quick look. This is indeed the AE-74. So this is the AK-74. RTO, radio man, senior. Oh, okay. The senior rifleman is not to be to be played around with just quite yet. All right, we are back again. 2015 Russian Federation. We were looking at the senior rifleman. He didn't want to go down, so we'll go with the sniper instead. Man, look at that guy. He is ready to go. That's a Dragunov, I believe, with quite a high-powered scope. We've got a squad leader, looking very nice, and of course a team leader. So we've got lots of infantry to play around with. So what we're going to do today is just simulate a checkpoint here, a Russian checkpoint, getting attacked by Ural Islamists. So I am quite excited. Let's get an adjutant on the ground. Yes, sir. Let's get a grenadier with an RPG and, of course, the supportive soldier there. Let's get an HMG gunner. Let's get 2 LMG gunners. I just skipped down one too many. Let's get ourselves 2 medics and an observer. Could be nice there for the adjutant. We'll also get a handful of regular riflemen. We'll get a radio man, we'll get a sniper, we'll get a squad leader, and a team leader. So this is just a fairly small section, about a platoon from what I can tell. In fact, 19, so just short and shy of a platoon. They've seen combat before, so they're slightly under-strengthened. The attacking forces will, of course, here be the Ural Islamists, and they look pretty cool. They've got a nice variety when it comes to the uniform. We're going to spawn all 10 of them, which is correct. I just had a 10. Number 10 was a little ahead of everyone else there, so wait a minute. We've done something wrong here. 1, 10, 2. There we go. 3, 4, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, these men have various weaponry, and they all look pretty damn cool. These guys are rocking some, what seems to be a Russian uniform here that is captured, at least the tunic and the jacket. They've got mixed gear and boots and pants and trousers, rather said. I'm not entirely sure what pants they wear. We're not going to go that far down. And they've got various weaponry. Look at those. Some sweet camo pants on that guy there. Some body armor, some backpacks. That's a Dragunov there with wood handle and stock, RPK, and just regular weaponry. And these guys make up for 10. We're gonna have 3 sections, but we're not gonna have 3 snipers and 3 heavy gunners. So we're gonna have one of these will be a sniper, and we're gonna remove 1 RPG as well from the lot, along with 1 heavy machine gun, and they will be replaced by some honest fighters here. We'll just get an extra RPK. There we go. So this here should be 30 men. So 30 Islamists will be attacking this under-strengthened platoon, and I think it'll make for a really cool firefight. Now, before we get too far into the game here, I do want to set these guys out on their player, but what I was talking about earlier in this video that I had tried myself had something to do with the sounds. As you can probably tell now, they've got some sweet Battlefield 3 or Battlefield 4 sounds, and they just make for a really nice addition to this experience. Looks and sounds absolutely amazing. I love the muzzle flashes there. Some pretty good stuff. We're going to go further in here. Take a machine gunner, or at least a light machine gunner. Really awesome stuff. I think that'll make for a really nice sounding line battle. Not line battle. Battle. Oh man, I've been playing a lot of line battles lately. And here's the sniper just for good measure. Really good stuff. I'm excited. I hope you guys are as well. Now, the enemy will be arriving in cars. Do I dare click this? I'm going to save here first. Do I dare click this? We might... yes, we're fine. Oh, okay, so that's a rocket launcher. ISAF. We've got some vehicles. There's a Cougar. I don't know why I say Cougar. Some pretty good stuff. Yeah, but you said there was only infantry. There's lots of other things but infantry in here as well. Huh. Good stuff. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Well, okay, I guess I'll have something to play around with in the future. But this one is going to remain focused on the infantry. I am, however, going to give the Russians a static weapon. And I'm thinking about just giving them a classic DSHKM on a tripod. So this here's a bit of a classic, kind of a heavy weapon, not to play around with. It's a 50 caliber DSHKM. They've got a DSHKM Mini, which is on a sort of a ground stance there, but we want the one standing. And it's going to be placed back here in defense of the headquarters, the Russian headquarters in the region. And to just spice things up a little further, we'll try and get a flag going. That is not the flag we're looking for. Flagstaff. Oh, we don't want the Nazi flag around here. No. And we don't want the American either. I don't think anyone of the two fighters here are too keen on any of that. So we'll skip that one and see if we can change the text mod of that. No. We do have the flags in multiplayer. I don't think they have anything to do with the game itself, though. So we'll go through this and... yeah, no, these service flag points here are just multiplayer based. They don't really mean anything. So we'll have to wait for a Russian flag later. But this is still the Russian headquarters. I could leave a couple of vehicles outside just for good measure to make sure that that it seems somewhat fortified. So we'll go to the Russians here and we'll leave a gas Vodnik. The Vodnik is really cool. It's just going to be placed right here. Currently not crewing that machine gun, so that'll look nice. And the attacking forces will be arriving with cars. Here under Civ, they've got quite a few to choose from. These look really nice to begin with, might I just add. They've got windows. You can remove the windows if you'd like to. Not that we're going to remove the windows, but that's kind of interesting. So 2 cars there that they can arrive in, and we've also got some extra civilian cars over here. That'll make for a nice addition. That one's a little too big. I believe that's just a bigger version of it, but doesn't quite match up with the trucks behind. I'll get a wide car. Oh, that thing looks really, really shitty. Yeah, no, that looks a little too shitty. Not that I think they have any standards, but yeah. And then why not just a classic little UAZ here that they've stolen or taken or found or whatever. I don't think they've been donated or to them by the Russian government, that's for sure. We're going to split these off into attacking sections here. This is one. They're going to be arriving from a street back here. So they're kind of, they're going to be assaulting the position more or less, driving up as close as possible in order to get close to the enemy without, engaging in any longer range firefight. Because these Islamists know that these trained Russian troopers will kill them at a long range and skillful fighting manner. So they need to kind of rush up close and really catch them by surprise. So there we go. They're split up. I think I'm going to add some nice little background sound here for this battle. Something around back here, maybe. Some guns there in the distance. We don't want anything too loud. We don't want it to seem like it's a bloody World War II. This is not World War II. This is an uprising. Skirmish environment, sort of open ground. Get some... I don't know why there's a stone fence there in the center. Save this map again. That artillery in the background is going to bug me a little too much. Let's see if we can find just the wind here. Slowly cruising around the streets. Okay. Right. Let's split these guys off into attack teams. Here's the first one. Oh, we missed 2 guys. Send them back over here. Now, they won't fit in all the cars, or in, well, rather said, the cars won't be able to hold them all, so some will just arrive by foot. But they want to kind of try and rush in and get as close to the enemy as possible. Send these guys right up the street over here. That's where they will get into those 2 cars. It's kind of the red team because they've got red cars. These guys are going to just be sent up this way. Everyone with us. There we go. Good tiding, good tiding. We'll see if the Russian checkpoint can hold this overwhelming attack. Okay. Not really extremely overwhelming, but in all fairness, a bit of an attack nonetheless. Just getting into the vehicles here. Look at these fucking... Okay, man, they're getting ready. And back over here, we've got 2 other cars to get into. We'll Send 4 men in there and the rest into the other one. And back here with this gas, I'm not entirely sure. I think we'll be able to fit around 6 guys. Only 2. Or perhaps the rest of it is just backed up too much. No, that was a horrible choice. It's just filled with ammunition. I didn't pay attention to that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete it and spawn another one. We'll just give them an army truck. Yes. Good old shabby army truck that's seen a little too much. That'll suit these guys just perfectly. We'll speed things up a bit. I just really love currently the model and skin quality. Really good stuff. Spin these guys around. Okay, are we ready? Let's click start. Let's go down to 0. I'm going to give these guys some waypoints. So they're over here. Oh, wait. I need to set these guys out as well. Well, there's no point in returning it to normal now. These guys will be on hold position. They will be holding this ground. Okay. Get on the gun. Where's the adjutant? He's over here. Get him in the building somewhere. Hopefully he can get in the building. Lovely, lovely. Lovely jubbly. Let's get machine gunner over one of the heavier ones. This man over here can sit down right here. Let's get another gunner around here. And another gunner around here so that they can cover all the flanks. We'll get a radio man over here. That'll be cool. We'll get some riflemen around the rest. And then we'll just get a general coverage of the entire area. We don't want to crowd this place in case of rocket or grenade fire and whatnot, so we'll just keep the rest there. Sniper. He's going to get in top up here. He's going to get somewhere nice and cozy. We're going to get an RPG soldier back over here. We've got a whole squad now. Huh. A little too crammed. But other than that, I like it. Get the RPG guy there. I don't think we're going to see too many rockets flying around, but still. Steal. Try and get the adjutant to a position where he can fire at least. Make himself a little bit useful. There we go. And we want to get some people on the flanking positions here in case they choose to come behind or from the side. That would obviously make sense. If this checkpoint gets taken out and everyone gets killed, then, well, that's unfortunate for the Russians. But they do have the defending. They do have the defense on their side. I think I'm gonna set up just like 2 guys back here to cover this flank, and the others will be arriving in vehicle, and they're gonna be under fire as they're trying to get out. So this might not seem too shabby at all for the Russian defending troops here. These sandbags are a little abandoned, so I'll leave them there. Like I did not quite listen. So in general, the front's got the most coverage, and everyone's on their way in. I think this will just be really exciting. Okay, let's get going. This car is going to drive up here, and it's going to stop here. This one's going to go over here. And then it's going to continue right there. It's on its way. This car's going to go up here and then head up here. This nasty old truck is just going to drive up the streets and stop right there. This car is going to go down here. So this is a simulated attack here. A radio call is heard and the troops are now on the way. So we'll play from here and we'll see how this turns out. It's all too quiet now. Vehicles can be heard in the distance. Ooh, they're coming in from all directions now. Enemies! Shit! We're under attack! Okay, so far so good for the Russian defenders. They turned a few of the soldiers coming in from this direction into absolute scrap. It looks like the attackers have pulled back just temporarily, but they're not powered by logical thinking here. We all know that, so we're going to take up some positions in the buildings here and see if we can actually put some fire on the enemy. Oh, that guy was just shot point blank down into to nothing. Shit, they're getting absolutely pounded. Ah, shit! They're getting absolutely fucked. Bad idea. Kill these sukas. So, it turns out I'm gonna start playing as the attacking side instead. Defenders seem to be doing just a good job at localizing and defending themselves perfectly. Grenade's gonna go in through the building window there. Might just kill the man inside. Oh! Took out. Oh, that's gruesome! Man, killed 2 men flying out the window and he just put 2 or 3 rounds into the man laying there. That's probably an understatement. That was more like 5. Oh man. Oh, he got himself in a world of hurt. But that was still really epic. Over on this side, we've got some more guys. Not entirely sure how this is going to work out for the attackers. They've got some power on this side. They took out the people attacking them over here. And now they're in the building. They lost a couple running out, but where are they? There they are. Gonna try and assault, get a little closer here. I'm gonna now do what I should do here and have these guys be able to move at will. Oh man, they shot that box to nothing. That man on the gun. Oh. They're trying to kill him. Oh, he's reloading. So's this guy. Oh, he ran back into cover. Smart, smart, smart. Trying to get the gunner. To no avail. Oh. Man, okay, we've got 1 lad remaining here. Where is he? He's inside the building, isn't he? Yeah, he's inside the building. Try and get a grenade there if you can, alright? I really love the explosion sound. Suka! Oh, bliat! Oh man, he killed all 3 of them. Okay. Grenades are the way to go. Okay, there's probably not much fighting left in this guy now after losing so many of his friends. Ooh, that's gonna get you killed. Okay, so without my moral agreeing, we're gonna try and kill as many Russians as possible here. But that was not gonna work. I was gonna try and lure them in here where we could get them in the open. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that firefight. I really hope you did. Let's look at the casualties. The Russians took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 men killed in the attack. So they're back to, or they're down to 12 left. But obviously the attacking Islamists here lost 30. Or should I just say extremists in the future. Whatever you want to call them. I'm not pointing fingers, but that was that was not a good attack. They came in from they came in from the right angles, but it's fairly open here, which means that approaching the center headquarters is going to be kind of difficult. I guess that's why it's set up like this. It would have been entirely different if the headquarters was located over here, where you've got cover pretty much all around it, trying to attack it. So, all in all, nice fight. Looks like the Russians are still shooting at some of the people that they dislike, to put it lightly. Yeah, they're definitely doing a little clean and sweep here. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time I want to bring in some vehicles. It was just generally cool. This whole Chechen war scenario seems fairly relevant as well at the moment, obviously, since there's nothing that has calmed down there in that area. But yeah, I'm no expert. But if you guys want to see more, let me know, and I'll bring in some vehicles and whatnot. Hope you guys enjoy this. See you guys soon again. Ciao.